There was a time when a single name meant connection, a time when that name lived in almost every pocket on Earth. Before smartphones, before apps, before touchscreens. There was Nokia. And today, the question isn't, what happened to Nokia phones? The real question is, how did the most powerful mobile company in history lose the future and survive it? This is not just a story about technology. It's a story about timing, pride, innovation, fear, and what happens when the world changes faster than its leaders. Nokia did not begin in technology. It did not begin in phones. It did not even begin in electronics. Nokia was born in 1865 in Finland as a paper mill. At a time when the world still ran on steam, wood, and iron, Nokia produced pulp, rubber boots, and industrial cables. For decades, it was a silent builder. Wires under cities, materials behind industries, foundations that no one noticed, but everyone relied on. This matters, because long before Nokia connected people, it connected infrastructure. And infrastructure thinking would later shape its greatest success. And its greatest mistake. By the mid-20th century, Nokia had evolved into an industrial conglomerate. Rubber, cables, electronics, radios, military communications. When mobile communication was still experimental, Nokia was already thinking in signals, reliability, and scale. This wasn't Silicon Valley thinking, this was engineering thinking. Build it strong, make it last, make it work everywhere. That mindset would soon conquer the world. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, something changed. Mobile phones were no longer just tools for governments and executives. They were becoming personal, and Nokia made a bold decision. It abandoned many of its older businesses and went all in on mobile communication. While competitors hesitated, Nokia committed. It focused on battery life signal reliability. Simple, human-centered design phones that worked in every country, climate and network. Nokia phones didn't just function, they survived, and the world noticed. By the early 2000s, Nokia wasn't just winning, it was dominating. At its peak, nearly 40% of all mobile phones sold worldwide were Nokia. Nokia controlled entire supply chains. Governments, carriers, and consumers depended on it. For many people, Nokia was the mobile phone. The Nokia 1100 became the best-selling phone in human history. Hundreds of millions sold. The 3310 became legendary, known for durability, battery life, and simplicity. Nokia phones didn't break, they didn't die, they didn't confuse users, they worked. And in a world just learning to communicate digitally, that was everything. But dominance changes companies. Inside Nokia, success created a culture of confidence, and slowly, a culture of resistance. Nokia believed in hardware excellence, network compatibility, carrier relationships, incremental improvement. What it did not believe strongly enough in was software as the experience. Phones were still seen as devices, not platforms, and while Nokia optimized keyboards and antennas, a revolution was coming, from a place Nokia didn't take seriously enough. In 2007, Apple introduced the iPhone. It wasn't perfect, it wasn't even technically superior in many areas, but it changed one thing forever. The phone was no longer about making calls, it was about what the screen could do. Apps, touch, software, ecosystems. Nokia saw it, but it didn't feel urgent. Inside Nokia, the iPhone was viewed as expensive, power-hungry, weak in emerging markets, and Android followed, open, flexible, fast-moving. The market shifted from engineering dominance to experience dominance. And Nokia was late. Facing Android and Apple, Nokia made a historic decision. Instead of building its own ecosystem fast enough, it partnered with Microsoft and committed to Windows Phone. It was a rational choice, a strategic choice, a risky choice, but the ecosystem never reached critical mass. Apps lagged, developers hesitated, consumers moved on. And in 2013, Nokia did something unimaginable just years earlier. It sold its entire phone business. The king of mobile phones left the phone market. To the public, Nokia had vanished. But that wasn't the end of the story. While the world focused on phones, Nokia quietly returned to its roots. Networks, infrastructure, signals, scale. Today, Nokia builds 5G and future 6G networks, optical fiber systems, data center networking, cloud and AI-driven telecom platforms. It powers mobile carriers, government, smart cities, industrial automation. Nokia no longer sits in your pocket, it sits behind everything that connects you. Nokia today is betting on AI-driven networks, cloud-native telecom, the next generation of global connectivity. It is no longer chasing consumers, it is shaping the digital nervous system of the world, from paper, to phones, to the invisible infrastructure of the future. Nokia's story isn't about failure, it's about timing, about how success can blind innovation, about how technology doesn't reward strength, it rewards adaptation. Nokia didn't die, it transformed. And maybe the biggest lesson is this: in technology, you don't lose when you fall behind. You lose when you believe the world won't change, because it always does.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.